the QFC podcast. QFC, of course, stands for Queens Fencing Club. My name is Willem.
And my name is Keegan.
And welcome to the podcast. Today is July 10th, 2025. It is a Thursday, and it is hot. Really hot. Not as hot as it's been, but it's still pretty hot. How are you doing today, Keegan?
I am, let's see. Well, I'm overheating a little bit.
Okay. Great.
We had a nice couple of days of remodeling the fencing club a little bit, putting paint on the walls, you know.
Back to baby blue.
Back to baby blue.
And when we got the club, when Keegan got the club and he opened it up, it was very blue, very not blue, and then he made it blue by painting it. It was like a 4-day thing or something, right?
Yeah.
But our armory table's down, which is very unfortunate. You said you lost a wheel.
It is down, sideways, and all sorts of things. And yes, it is missing a wheel.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, and you know we're just finished with Summer Nationals. Tell me, how was the grind for Summer Nationals for you? Running events, like, what was it like for you at the end?
So, towards the end of Summer Nationals, we did unfortunately have like a little bit of an attendance issue with people not showing up for events they signed up for.
Which is pretty normal, I think, at the end. By the time people are qualified at the end, you know, they want to save their energy,
yeah.
Or they just, you know, or they haven't qualified and they don't really want to go. Especially sometimes the high school fences, they're not really fencing for Summer Nationals. The season's over, you know, they get to relax a little bit. So I think for most clubs, it tends to be kind of a dead time, right?
Yeah, I mean, like even that FC event, I went and you refed at. It was still like it was really nice, but they also lost like 10 people. That's
the beauty of it being like a C though, because they got up to a C event and it's closer in the city, so I get why they would do that. If you hear airplanes in the background, that is because we were in Flushing and LaGuardia is right there. If you hear stepping in the background, that is one of our club mates just putting his stuff away.
Which you should do when you stop fencing. You should put your stuff away and hang your damn jacket up.
These are all true things. Yeah, so Nationals, I mean, like, how was running the tournaments for you this year? Anything special about this year particularly, or?
Almost every Epee event we held randomly turned into, what, A's, B's.
I don't run many Epee events, I feel like.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was really cool. The foil events never went over. It's very cool, even when we made them Div 1A, which is unfortunate, but I guess since we're not, I don't know why that wasn't the case. It's very strange why there was more Epee fencers always than like full fencers willing to do it, and then lack of saber makes sense, but
I mean, I feel like it was a little bit of a mix between like regional events. Nearby regional events got really big, and they were almost back to back for most of the year.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's great. Except for the part where most of the locals didn't really hit that large roster.
I mean, the thing is also the way that USFA always does this, and it's been like this forever, and it's so awful as like as someone who fences regional events. Like a few years ago when I was fencing consistently regional events, now I'm a little more inconsistent about it. It was there's nothing in 3 months, and then there's nothing in 3 months, and then there is bang, 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 week after week of just like competition. You're traveling for a lot of them because not a lot of them will be close to you, so you got to get a hotel for 1 or 2 of them, and then it's a whole thing where you just have to really there's just like time wise there's such a pain. It's such a pain in the ass. It's unfortunate, but I don't know. I've always said that I wish that the USFA would kind of space it out more, if anything else.
Well, they did that this year, and it's backfiring on us a little bit.
Yeah, kind of, because like no, they did the same thing they usually do. They had one in August. They had one in August, which was crazy. The regional August is absurd. That was wild. I was fun. I was happy with it, but I was just like so surprised that it was Trick or Retreat. No, it wasn't. Yeah, because that was last.
Trick. Yeah. Trick was in August. Now it's in November, and they moved.
That's fine.
They moved something else to August. What is it? Lazar?
No, Lazar's still in October, I think.
They moved something that was previously in October to August.
That's fine.
And then moved Trick into November.
Yeah, but there's always like the way it always works on the East Coast is there's like 3 events in the first part of the first year, the first semester.
Yeah.
And then around April to May, you'll have about 5 or 6 events almost back to back. And they've got, but this is specifically from the perspective of a non-junior fencer, because as someone who coaches, junior events are much more common.
Yeah.
And they happen much more frequently because the USFA only cares about junior events, let's be real here. But it's a little frustrating from that perspective, and I'm not the target audience. I don't really like complain that much, but it's annoying. It's a little annoying. This season was fine, I think.
It wasn't too bad.
I will say the event I got second at this year, Fredericksburg, was after the deadline for summer nationals, which I thought was crazy because
Really?
yeah. So the deadline was between Dual of East Coast and Fredericksburg, so it was a week after. So I qualified I literally qualified the last possible time because I got top 16 that event.
Dual, yeah.
Yeah, so I got top 16 there, and then I sign up, whatever, that's nice. And then I get second at the next event, which is great. I'm happy for that. But it was like, if I didn't sign up early, I didn't qualify earlier, I have to pay triple fees.
Yeah,
which I think is crazy.
Completely ridiculous.
I understand. Like, I'm happy they had another. I'm happy the event happened because I was like, fuck it, I'll just run to more events.
Well, yeah, but like to my knowledge, we actually have a hard stop on the last date for regional.
Yeah.
And we've had it for years.
I'm pretty sure
and they don't put the.
I'm pretty sure that's straddling the line. That has to be just straddling the line.
But then putting the qualification cutoff before that is a little.
Yeah,
odd.
that's a little strange. It was at a weird time for me too, like just financially. So like getting the tickets for was a little tough.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's immediately post like school semester for everything. So like all the programs end and everything.
Yeah, so it's a little odd. I do wish that USFA had put the date back for at least triple fees to at least pass the last regional, because I mean, if I had qualified that last regional, like that would have been such a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm happy they held the last regional as someone who decided like in the middle of April to start competing once or twice again, but it was still really frustrating from my perspective because I kind of had wished that there had been something, or if thank God I qualified, I guess, right, for that last event. Otherwise, it would have been a complete pain in the neck to figure it out. Okay, so how was you ran a few qualifiers this year, right?
Yeah. So every year actually we run the Epee Metro Division qualifiers for both JOs and Summer Nationals.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. And
this year was funky as heck.
It was so weird. So for those of you who don't know how qualifiers work, we hold for Junior Olympics. There's junior cadet and Y14.
But it's only for the fencers who have not already qualified through the USFA program. So if you went to regionals and you got points that way, you have enough points to qualify, you don't have to do these. So for better or for worse, the general quality of fencing is going to go down a little bit, which is fine. That's how it is. And it's great that we give these guys a chance, because I've had people... I personally know someone who got top 8 at Div 2 Nationals who went through a qualifier. Like it's not something to be ashamed of. It's just a fact.
It's not. And a lot of these qualifying events, not necessarily in Metro, but in most other divisions, some of these qualifying events are difficult.
Yeah. Metro is, I think, the exception, because everyone who's qualified will probably do it through the regular channels.
Like, if you guys want to laugh sometime, you could go look up the Long Island divisional qualifiers.
Yeah. I coached that.
I know. That event was nuts. I wish I'd been able to come watch it, but it was all the way out of Mission.
It was really fun. It was really, I mean, besides the fact that I had to get up at, I think, 6 in the morning to drive there, it was really fun.
Yeah.
It's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
So, God, that event was cool.
Also, like,
all my kids' podiums, which is cool.
I love I love going to tournaments at Mission.
Yeah, they're good. The air is a little weird, but
the air is okay. The air is weird, but it's a bowling alley.
Yeah, it's a converted bowling alley. So those who don't know, Mission is a fencing club it's called Mission because it used to be a church. And they bought out an old bowling alley in the middle of a mall in Long Island, Rocky Point, which is really far out, and they converted it to a fencing club. And it's so big, we held a NAC there once.
Really?
Oh, you don't know that?
No.
There was a foil NAC there in 2016. It was my first year, my first NAC I ever saw.
Oh my God.
Miles Chamley Watson was supposed to go there to fence it, and he didn't show up, and I was kind of disappointed. I was like, damn. I want to watch Miles. I want to watch. This is like back when I was still like a decent fan of Miles. I was like, I want to watch Miles fence. It was a December NAC that year. for the finals, it was in like the middle strip. They
Yeah.
they got rid of all the lights. They turned the lights down and they put up like a little like the red and green lights so that like it's on
Oh my
YouTube.
god.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I have to look that up now.
Yeah, no, like Adam Matthews in it. The finals were like the finals were Brian Kaneshige versus Jerry Chang. Brian Kaneshige, of course, is a pretty well-known foil fencer.
Yeah.
Jerry Chang was a set of brothers who went to Harvard, I believe. I think he's like a software engineer now. I don't freaking know. He was really that day when I was watching a fence. I was like, oh, this guy's really cool. Short. They're both really short fencers, but they're both really cool, fun to watch, super fast, fun. But yeah, so it's a really big location, and it's always fun when they hold events, especially. That one in particular was a bit of a nightmare because it ran slow. Like I think fencing started around 9:30 and I got there around 8:30. So like the equipment check line was awful. There wasn't a lot. There was like we were just waiting for events to run. But when it started going fine.
That's holding a knack holding a knack with that armory setup is interesting.
But it was Div 1 only knacks, I believe. I think it was foil only. Okay. I don't exactly know the whole like system of it. It was weird. Yeah.
Alright.
Weird event. It's a shame they lost their Jeff Wolf rights last year. They forgot to qualify. Hopefully they did it this year. I legitimately don't know. I don't think they did though.
No, they. Oh no. They have it's called like the Mission Challenge or something this season.
Oh man.
Mission Challenge, Rocky Point Challenge, something like that.
Who the hell is Jeff Wolf?
I
know who it is. That's sarcastic. I do know who Jeff Wolf is. He was the old coach for I want to say one of the high schools in the area, and when he passed away, they named the tournament after him. Anyway, so yeah. Kind of leading up to Summer Nationals, you didn't go.
I did not.
So I went. So yeah, do you want to ask me some questions about that? Or
did you have fun?
Oh God, Summer Nationals this year. So what I learned. Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm a foil fencer. I fence Div 1A foil. I did not go into Div 1 this year because I don't do knacks because they're expensive. The tournament itself was fun. I will say I had a lot of fun. I did okay in pools. I went 3-3. I lost 2 bouts I really shouldn't have. I'm really mad. I lost to a fencer who was good. He was good, but turns out I was the only win he had in the pool. I don't even think he made it past pools. And he got up like 4-1 against me because I kept counterattacking. And then I tied it, and I bring it down to 4-3. And then I just lose on a really stupid lunge. Like I just get hit. And it's like, all right, cool. Like I should be 5 in because there were 2 fences in my pool. One was just on fire. Like he was beating everybody. But the other one was just better than me. Like that. He was really good. He was better than me. Chu, his name was. He was really good. Sean, it might be Q-I-A-N. It might be Q-I-N.
Sean.
He was really good. I loved his fencing. It was very simple. He did everything kind of like no excess movements. And then Conrad, of all people, went 15-14 with him. Yeah. His last 14-15 was behind me. I get my first DE. I win my first DE. I get a really good clip out of it. The other guy went for a flash. I go behind the back, hit him with it. You know, I kind of posed for the camera. I didn't know it was there, but I knew it was there. I was recording, but like I just kind of posed because I was like so hyped up. And then got a good point in, and then I almost lost it. I almost lost the bout. I didn't almost lose it. I was up like 14-9. I let him get 2 on me, and my coach was getting kind of mad at me. Yeah. He was like, "You got to close this out. Stop." So
finish the bout.
14-11. This always happens to me. 14-11. We go on a break. I get back in, boom, parry, 5 seconds in, parry, repost, touch, mine. Don't even yell. Like I just take my mask off, be like, oh, I'm done with it, and just walk over. The next bout was a complete tire fire for like a million reasons. I was fencing someone from Tim Morehouse, who very good fencer. I should have beaten him. He gets 2 cards. The first one was kind of ridiculous. I went for circle six, flick 4, into a 4 flick, parry 6, flick 4.
6-4. Okay.
And he kind of brings his front shoulder forward.
Yeah.
So the ref and then he remises in for the touch, and the ref calls covering, which is not that it's the wrong call. It's just like a lot of refs don't call that very often. Like if you look at the video, like okay, yeah, I can see why I got a card, but in the moment, I didn't think he deserved the card. Like I told him after that, I was like, oh, that card was bullshit. And when I look back, it's like I can kind of see. And he got another card for doing the same thing later in the ballot, but I got away with covering like 3 or 4 times. Genuinely, like I don't. Maybe it's because I was a taller fencer. Yeah. But and then what is it? A lot of the coaches in the Morehouse area are Egyptian, and one of them was talking to the coach who's also Egyptian in Arabic. And the girl just freaks out on him. He goes, "You cannot talk to me in Arabic. Do not do that. I do not want him thinking we're colluding or anything." which like is cool, I guess. Like talk to me in English. I get that, right?
Wait, it was the ref and the
ref and one of the coaches. They like the ref the coach was like pleading to the ref in Arabic, and the coach and the ref just went, no, we're not doing this.
Oh yeah,
we're not doing this. You're speaking English to me.
That's actually that's good.
She made some really bad calls though. One in particular was I think the third touch. It was like I took a parry, I went forward, and she called it attack from the right, and I was like, ugh, whatever. But it was tied up until at the break, and then I just like stopped moving, and he just kept getting his advanced lunges on me. I kept missing, and of course my last touch conducted on my mask.
Nice.
Yeah. Like
you have bad luck with that.
I have really bad luck with that. I would have lost regardless. It was like 15-9.
Guys, for context, I think Willem's gone through about 4 or 5 masks this way. He has every practice mask he has here is probably usable if you completely spray painted the whole thing over again.
Even then, I mean, what is it? Because I used a USA mask for tournaments.
Yeah, but it's still
completely painted over. It's barely scratched.
It's painted over with like primer. It's thinner. It's not the same as the black stuff.
It was the last one. It was literally the last touch. It was like, oh my god, whatever. So that was annoying. I mean, I wasn't winning the bat regardless. I wasn't.
Yeah, but it's just like
it just.
The message got sent on you.
Yeah. I even went to like, hey, can we test my mask real quick? Because and for the record, this is like me being salty because the rules state that even if the light goes off, it's my fault. So the touch gets hit regardless. So like even if I test the mask, they're not gonna know the touch. So who gives a shit? But like in the moment you're just like, please test. This is bullshit because I know I got hit in the head. I know I got hit in the head.
Yeah.
And second off, I got it off target. It was off target. I tested it off target.
Oh my god.
Oh, but I know. Trust me, my mask. I felt it right in my by my nose.
Yeah.
I know for a fact it hit my mask, which sucks. Anyway, the guy lost the next round. No, did he lose it? He lost the next bout against someone I think I could have beaten, which pissed me off. But I wasn't moving the best, which is.
There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, I get like nervous during competitions. My footwork degrades, if anything. I think.
Well, no, you're not even the only one. Like,
but even like the movement I was having during like the East Coast when you were watching me, I didn't think I had much of that. Like my attack wasn't very good.
It was just your hand. Your hand was like there's a lot of hesitation, just specifically your hand work.
Yeah, and I think I've been getting a little better at it, but even then, I will say my first bout was a complete. Oh my god, my first bout. My first bout was against a kid from Mo, and he was very fast. He was tall, really good fencer, and complete mess of a bout. We're both kind of. He has really good attack on me. He gets me twice. I then get parry 4 over, go high. I'm left-handed for the record, by the way. If this helps the situation. I flick inward like this twice, and I get the touch. So boom, bam, like that. So I go up, low, in, 2 flicks, and then I just give up like a really dumb counterattack. So it's 4-4, right? And I go for a parry post, missed a parry post, whatever happens. And then I stick my arm out while he's stepping forward, and the light goes on. I go, oh crap, and I just pull down immediately, and I get a 1-light counter. And it might be the dumbest 1-line counter of my career. There's like I've gotten this year specifically. I've gotten 2 of those because the other one was in the semis of Fairfax because it was 14-11. He was pulling back a little bit. I was like trying to get out of the bout.
Yeah.
And I just like stick my arm out and counter with my shoulder, and he literally just goes to my shoulder, and he just misses. Like he just doesn't get the light on. It's like, oh okay, cool. Like so that's how those counterattack is. They just like sometimes be like, all right, the other guy's just not gonna hit me, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, he even like stepped back. He was like, oh yeah, I got it. And it looked like, oh crap, what the fuck? And then he like asked a test. And I remember you can see the camera. I audibly go, that was a stupid touch. such a stupid touch. Like no, what was it?
I mean,
that was so stupid. Right? I said that was so stupid because the plant like. There was no thought process in that touch. That was just, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, I won. Holy crap.
Me put shoulder in.
Yeah, exactly.
Let go on.
Yeah, exactly. So
Frog happy.
Yeah. It was the same thing with this touch. I just kind of like freaked out, and then, so I was up 1-0, and then, never again. Yeah, it was, but yeah, so that was rough. It was fun though. It was a really fun time. First time really being with my new coach, which was cool.
Yeah.
I need to be better at listening. It's because he was saying the same thing, and it was like I just sometimes can't adjust, which is on me, like physically sometimes. But it was fun. I had a lot of fun just kind of being in the venue, and it was the first day, which is very important because I wasn't sick of the venue yet.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Everything around this event was a nightmare. So I was talking to an Uber driver about this on the way over because we were talking about this. But
on the way to the airport.
no, on the way back from the venue at one point.
Oh, okay.
Like one of them was like really talkative, so we just talked about stuff because like she was talking about like how nice not how nice Milwaukee was, about like Milwaukee. She recommended me some bars, like an arcade. I didn't go to a single one of them. Thank you for the recommendations. If you're somehow listening to this, it's just I legitimately did not have time. I think I was like. Free will was kind of non-existent.
This dude leaves events and then like goes comatose.
I mean, I left the event. I go to some. I'll tell in a minute, but I had like dinner with some people. The one night I had to myself was when I went with when Jose. Like I met up with Jose.
Oh, like the guitar day.
Yeah, so I'll spend that in a bit.
Cool.
It was a great. That was a fantastic. That was a genuine highlight, like a lore highlight. But so because there's a lot of events, there's a music concert right before Nationals, but right during or but right after Nationals in Milwaukee. It's like a big music convention.
Like unrelated.
Festival, right? Yes,
okay,
unrelated.
Yeah.
That with the fact that it's the 4th of July means that the prices for the flights were $500 one way. So I put it on miles. Not the fencer, like air miles. I wish I could.
I should not be putting things on miles.
No, I would. Dude, he just got a Meta commercial. Did you see that thing?
Did he actually?
Yeah, he got a Ray-Bans commercial where he's like, "Hey Meta, let make a tattoo." It's not a great watch. But,
I guess he takes pictures of himself wearing Ray-Bans like all the damn time. So it's.
Bro, he's sponsored by Ray-Bans and Richard Mille. I don't even know how you do that as a fencer. Like, say what you want about him as a fencer, but you're sponsored by Richard Mille. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Richard Mille, Ray-Ban, Vogue.
Yeah, I don't know if he's sponsored, but he shoots for them.
But they keep on like
at this point, the Red Bull sponsorship is the least like insane of all of them. Which like, of course, Miles is a Red Bull athlete. Red Bull, I don't know if they still sponsor. But Red Bull is a very specific type of athlete. They saw this is the list of their sponsored fencers, right? Alex Chupanich, okay. Weird.
Okay.
Whatever. He rapped that one time. Remember, he was a rapper.
Yes.
So that might be why. Second, Olga Carlon.
Okay.
Yeah, respectable, right?
That's cool.
Yeah. Madison Watson.
Yeah.
Max Heinzer. yeah. That see. Now it all kind of.
Wait, but Heinzer kind of fits their demographic.
That's what I'm saying. But like,
it's like
Alex and Max and Olga to some extent. Miles, Max, and Olga all kind of fit like the branding of Red Bull, which is insanity.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Olga's speed, her perfection of fencing, Miles' intensity, just like the way he chose his actions, his lack of convention, let's say, and Max is everything. Intensity is probably the best word, but I think the word everything really kind of works for that.
Yeah.
Guys,
if I had a nickel for every time Red Bull hired an athlete named Max, I would have 2.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird this happened twice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, guys.
Also, like specifically like insanely good athlete.
I just want to say Max Heinzer's like 5'11" and he's considered short. So
yeah,
do with that what you will. Epee is a broken sport.
I mean, the dude has like legs like a cruise missile though, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, the guy can jump, man.
Yeah.
The guy. I mean, have you seen his workouts?
The guy is like the vertical LeBron James.
Did you see his work? Dude, I want to see him like Nate Robinson poster dunk somebody. That'd be really funny.
Do you see like his recovery workouts? Remember when he retired and he started posting his recovery workouts?
Oh no, I did not see that.
Oh, okay. So there was like, I feel like I'm getting the context of the actual exercise wrong, but it was like him fencing in a pool or something.
Oh no, that was like an ad he did. It was like a commotion he did with like the other person. They were like fencing the pool with each other.
Yeah.
They both like jump in. They're both like fencing. They run off. They jump into the pool.
Okay,
they jump
so
into the water.
So that's me being like insane and thinking that was a recovery method that he was using.
That was probably just promotion.
Okay, yeah.
He did it on skates once too.
Yeah, I mean Max Heinzer, if you want to like call me up and correct me, I'm down.
Yeah,
please do that.
Shout out to when Max Heinzer used to go to World Cups and he would talk about like him fencing the World Cup in that language. He used to do that all the time. Like he would like go to be like, I'm going to Shanghai here, or I'm going to Wuxi here. I'm going to explain my fencing, and like I'm going to Wuxi in Mandarin, which I thought was really cool.
That's cool.
Anyway, so. Yeah, so I don't have that kind of money. This is the long story.
Yeah, so anyway,
So
none of us are Red Bull athletes, unfortunately. Yeah. Which again, Red Bull, if you want to call us up, that'd be great.
I got one. I got a poster touch. If you want that one, I got a pose. Anyway, so
no mass paint jobs though. Maybe like a patch. A patch would be cool. Red Bull patch on my sleeve.
I like little wings in the back of my shoulder blades.
Oh yeah.
That'd be kind of fire. So anyway, the flight is. So I get to the airport. I've been flying my entire life, not just because fencing, just like my personal life. I've flown my entire life, so I don't really think much of it. I get up the day of, I've packed already. It's like the flight's at 1, so I get up by 1 or 3, one of the two. I don't care. I go to LaGuardia. I don't drive. I don't take a taxi. I take the bus, like, or the train to bus.
It's
like,
easy enough.
I think Jackson Avenue.
Yeah, it's
or Roosevelt.
74th.
Sorry.
Yeah, 74th
and then I just take the bus over.
Yeah.
Completely fine. I won an A15 run on Slay the Spire. Shout out Silent. And I get there, and I'm told I don't have a seat yet. And, like, I'm a little worried at this point. First off, person who took my baggage in, I'm pretty sure I got away with not paying for the fencing bag multiple times. Because I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to pay extra money for that. Whoa. And I did not do that, so thanks. So I checked it in. I got this.
Which bag did you bring with you?
The Radical Roller bag.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for Summer Nationals, I'm not messing around.
Yeah, no, I understand. But my point was, like, the scale of the bag is pretty... Actually, no, that's more compact than a lot of them could be. Like,
yeah, but it's still an oversight. It's, like, still sporting equipment, but I didn't say it as such. They didn't say anything, they didn't charge me, so whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
So I get to the gate, and I've told they don't have a seat yet, and they're looking for people to give up their seats, because otherwise I will not fly this plane. Yeah. And they're offering, they're offering $500. $600, $700. Everyone's boarding. I see Allie and her mother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I'm being very polite to them.
Cool.
But, you know, apparently according to mother, they said, like, well, you looked really dejected when we saw you. Well, I didn't know if I was going to fly. They didn't know that. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to, like, you know, make them feel bad or anything. I was like,
yeah.
Right. So, 800. Willem, Joseph, we have a seat for you. Oh. Well, I'll be on my way. So I get on the plane. I'm there. And I sit down, and I think another, like, pilot sits next to me. It's a really small plane, for the record. It's like, I didn't put I had the gray Amazon backpack, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I put it under my seat because there wasn't enough space in the overhead. But also, I was, like, the last person on the flight. Legitimately, like, one of the last 3 people on the flight.
Yeah.
So, like,
because, I mean, obviously, if they're, like, trying to actively pay people to get off the
yeah,
flight.
I was one of the people that was on the roll, so, like...
Because, like, sometimes they go as far as to, like, deboard people to do it.
So, about that, well, kind of. So, they walk in, they go, okay, we're offering $1,300, whoever takes the next flight. The next flight was at 7, I think it was about 3 o'clock. I thought about it for like a millisecond, and then someone fucking shoots up. Shout out that guy. That guy got to go to Milwaukee at 7 o'clock and made a stack and a third. That's crazy. Man got 13 C notes out of that. Respect to that guy. Dude shot up $1,300 in his pocket. Well, gift card, but you know, it's fine. You can spend it at Target. You can go to your Amex cards. I saw a Lowe's card when I checked out. Like, you get like a Lowe's card. You can get like a Walmart, groceries, Target, a whole 9 yards. It's really cool. Yeah. So I'm on the flight. I go to the venue. I go get my stuff checked. I saw some guys from FC Fence. You know, some friends. I think I saw Ava Fence because she was Div 1 women's foil. I saw a few other people fence. That's the one I remember because that was really slow. And I find this. There's this really weird. I looked for like food recommendations, and there's one like this like I think it's like a bowl of rice. The name of the place, and it was a steak bowl with rice. Oh, before that, I get an Airbnb. I got a really cheap Airbnb. Everything else is like $1,000. Like the 3 days for the 5 days I was staying there. Yeah. I got one for $340.
Nice,
fantastic. I got a single room to myself. The key was one of those old circular keys. With like the 2 locks on them, like the 2 notches on it, like you see in older houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was one of those. So I had that on my ring the entire time.
Oh my god.
And I wake up the next day and there's no soap in the shower. So I fenced on Div 1A without like I always shower before I fence. Like I always shower before the day of the tournament. I kid you not, I just didn't have any soap. Like I just wet my hair, wet my body, and went, well fuck, I gotta go. So the first thing I did after Div 1A is I bought myself soap. I left it there.
Understandable.
I bought like a big liquid soap, like a decently sized liquid soap. I thought I'd use a little more.
I just left it in the Airbnb.
Bro.
Well, yeah, I guess what are you gonna do? Like fly back with it?
Someone else's. It was $7, and I don't want anyone making the same mistake I did. You know. I think I put it in one of the cabinets. So like, hopefully someone like goes like, fuck, wait, there's no soap. Oh shit, there's soap here. Nice. That's me. I did that. You're welcome. But it was a lot of how do I put it? Anyway, it was a lot of like little things, but the AC worked. I had like a small TV to myself. I didn't touch it once, because all I did was sleep in that room. The bed was fine. But I had this really nice rice bowl. It was and the steak was like really well cooked. It was like really like legitimately high quality steak. It was some of the best food I've had in a while. I was legitimately really surprised. So shout out that place. Milwaukee is a surprisingly decent city to be in, like aesthetic wise, by where the convention center was. It was the Bayard Convention Center. Baird, sorry.
Baird.
Baird.
Yeah, it's Baird.
It's stupid. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I don't. If there's a Mr. Baird I've disrespected, I apologize profusely. But it's connected to 2 hotels, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of the fencers and my boss was staying in those hotels, which is nice. I, however, had to take like an Uber every single time.
I think the hotel thing is part of their selection process.
Sure.
Actually.
I mean, yeah, but usually it's not like it's usually across the street. But this one was connected.
Yeah, but Atlantic City was the same situation.
No, Atlantic City.
Yes, it was.
It was. Atlantic.
I was in the hotel.
But wasn't it like? Well, no. You had to walk outside the vent. You had to walk outside.
No, you didn't.
Well, there was one across.
There was a bridge.
Oh, okay. Because there was one across the street.
Yeah, it was like a Hilton across the street. And
yeah.
you would just walk over the bridge. But it was like part of the same. It wasn't the same building, but they were connected to each other.
Okay. You know, I got a hotel there for $40 that night.
Of course you did.
I got a $40 hotel at one of the casinos. They didn't have 5-card poker. They only had like 3-card blackjack. I was like, oh, I want to gamble a little bit because I've never gambled before. And I was in Atlantic City. And they didn't fucking do it. And I'm lame as shit for that. I ain't gonna lie. Just like I'm lame as shit for not buying beer for not going on a beer hunt in Milwaukee because I'm a little bitch boy who didn't have time. Anyway, the flight's great. The flight itself was fine. It's like an hour and a half, completely fine. So anyway, the Uber drive is like it's like a $10 Uber both ways.
That's cool.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Event, whatever. So the first event happens. We watch Div 1A. I don't actually stay for the finals. Usually I stay for the finals. I watch my friends. Eric made top 16, I think, or top 32. He made top 32, top 16. And then someone from MFC, Owen Trago, made top 8. I was watching, and he lost to the eventual winner, Arjun. I don't want to pronounce his last name. It's
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, just out of respect for him. His fencing was crazy cool. Legitimately, it was so simple. He has really long arms. But he would just like put his arm out and then just hit you, like bum bum, like that. It was super simple, like very little excess movement. It was very nice, and he kind of clapped everyone he walked into. Owen 15-2, Eric 15-2. The last bout was like 15-12, but it was more like he kind of woke up at the end. But that was actually, it's funny because that was my first that for me personally was my first win at Div 1A D in Summer Nationals. Okay. I lost to 15-14 4 years ago. 4 years ago, Jesus. And then 2 years ago, last time I went, I just lost the first round again, even though I went, I think, 4-2 that year. So it sucks, but we're fine. But this time I did it, so I was very happy about that, to get that kind of monkey off my back. Next time, I'll win 2 Ds.
Yeah.
And maybe I won't fuck up pools. Pools are important. Pools are important, guys.
Pools are not your warm-up bouts.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's a mistake. It's a very common mistake I make.
Yeah, same. So the next 4 days we're all coaching. Yeah. And there's about 4 or 5 things I kind of learned from that. 1, reffing is inconsistent. Let's put it like this. God. Reffing is a thankless job. I really do believe that. Reffing is hard. No one ever thanks you. And you have coaches like me yell at you when you get it wrong, or even sometimes when you get it right, because I tried to gaslight the refs once or twice. I ain't gonna lie to you. With that being said, some of y'all pissed me off.
Dude, like...
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Some of the reffing this season was terrible.
Okay. I feel like my tolerance for refs, for bad reffing, has actually gotten worse since I started reffing.
I think it's actually... since I've joined my newer club, I've gotten more heated at refs, because it's hard to, like... I try to bring energy to certain kids, and it's harder to do when the ref makes calls. Yeah. For the record, most of the refs I dealt with all season, all year, and especially this event, were fine. And also, it's important to know that as someone who knows a lot of these refs, or a decent amount of them, they're like work dry. I mean, they're there for 14 days. Yeah. They get 2 days of break.
They're there for most of these events. They're there for 10+ hours.
Yeah, they get 2 days off. That's what I've been told. And they're just reffing consistently for the whole time.
Yeah.
Bout after bout. Especially by the end, expect bad calls. If you're coming in for Div 3 men's foil, for example, expect a ref to make some mistakes. It's not their fault. Well, it's their fault in the sense that it's literally their fault, but what I mean is that you're going to have to expect that they're gonna make worse calls because they're tired. Because when I'm tired, when I ref at the events, at the FC events, usually the last bouts are Y10, so nobody cares. They do Y14 early, so if I make the bad calls, it's my fault.
But I like regionals and stuff. They like to run. They like to run the
fucking
little kids.
Everything.
They like to run the kids at like 8 a.m. And it's like, okay, cool.
We were being shown a funny meme by one of our students.
Yeah, we're not sharing the funny meme.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
Come on. That's not funny. For personal reasons, that's not funny.
Get the
fuck out of here. But anyway, so the reffing, I had a few issues with a few refs. One in particular during I think it was Y12. I got super upset at, man.
Yeah.
They made 2 or 3 calls they tried to get too fancy with their calls, I think, and I just had to walk away. I was like, I'm done with you for a second. It wasn't even the kid's fault. But other than that, I mean, okay. So again, the 4 things: reffing. Second, convention centers suck.
Yeah. No.
First off. Yeah, you...
okay, so first off, no. First off, the USFA has made this like a rule over the last couple of years where they want something as close to a convention center as possible to run their events.
Well, they need a convention center in general. That's how it works.
Okay, for a NAC and Summer Nationals, it's one thing, but even like when me and Dave tried to set up our ROC bid this year.
Yeah.
It's written in there. They really want something like a convention center now.
Yeah, so, for example, I've always wanted a regional in New York City. And we almost had one in Staten Island 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it got canceled. But I don't know if you guys know this. There's about 2 convention centers in New York City, Manhattan. One is Javits Center.
Yeah.
So, not happening. I've been told for reference, I've been told that Miles Chummy Watson once tried to set up a regional in New York City with Javits Center, and he didn't have the pull to do it. So if he can't do it, nobody can do it. I'm sorry. That's just
yeah.
And there's another one actually by where I live. I think it's on 50th on by the highway.
It's where all the car showrooms are.
Yeah. So I saw it because I remember there was an anime con there one year, long time ago. I don't even know if the convention center's still up there. But that's it. So I've always wanted to have my friends watch me fence. To be completely honest, my non-fencing friends, I have a few of those, surprisingly. But, they always just kind of hear about, Willem's a fencer. He does this X and X.
Yeah.
I want them to watch me. It'd be really cool. But I can't ask them to go to fucking, middle New Jersey because they have real jobs and stuff to do.
Yeah.
And it's just
and
too much
most of the regionals, of course, we were talking about national level competitions, but even the regionals, the closest ones are mostly held in the same 2 places about 2 hours away from the city.
Yeah, even Trick or Retreat was an hour 30, right?
The
Suffering one is
Edison.
The Suffering one was 45 minutes, but that's you literally cross.
Yeah, it's 45 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. You live in Midtown Manhattan. Congratulations.
No, I don't. Midtown's lower than me. Anyway, so
anyway, basically, if you are in New York City and you want to go and fence regionals, you can expect a roughly 2-hour commute to one of 2 places.
I have commuted to Philadelphia by bus multiple times for regionals. When I didn't have a car, my parents couldn't drive me. I took a car. I took a bus to a bus to a bus 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I mean it's not that bad. If you use a coach bus, it's not that bad.
I mean, it was a 5-hour commute though.
Yeah.
I got up at a certain amount of time. I take the bus in. I have the bus there because it's in King of Prussia, right? So I have to take the one out to King of Prussia. I walk to the venue, which is a 5-minute walk. It's not a huge deal. I fence, and then I have to get back on the bus because I think I've told you
it would have been really nice if that NAC was still in King of Prussia.
We don't gotta talk about that. Yeah, it'd be really cool. But so the thing about the convention is that humans were meant to gather food, hunt with our spears, and die at 30.
And do things other than stand in a concrete fucking box for a week.
He beat me to it. Yeah. So.
Oh my god.
Dude, my shoes started heating up. I don't know how to describe it. My shoes.
Yeah.
There was heat in my shoes. My shoes were generating heat.
Yeah.
I had to take my shoes off multiple times when I was coaching because I was I cannot stand having my shoes they're just so. I had trouble walking. My knees were hurting by the end of it. It was... And the gray. Oh, my God. The color fucking gray. You're just stuck in this room. I mean, I'm there from 8 o'clock to about, I want to say 6.
Yeah.
I'm running a 9 to 5 in a room with artificial light. No windows, realistically. There's a little sun piling in from the outside because it's actually a surprisingly open venue. There's a nice big open door at the front. And it's just gray. like my first coach always told me, before you fence, do not show up in that room because it just destroys your energy. It's awful.
Unless you're intentionally watching somebody or strip coaching one of your friends, like, leave the venue.
As long as if you're there on your free time after you're done fencing, whatever. You've done the deed. You don't need the energy anymore.
But if you're gonna go fence another event, like,
do
if you're
something
gonna go back tomorrow, just go do something.
Touch some grass. There was a gorgeous river outside, like a canal in the middle of the street. Like I went multiple times. I grabbed some food. I just sat there and I ate. I was just vibing by myself. It was awesome. Shout out to contemplating my own solitude on a small bench by the river. It was awesome. But don't stay in the venue because it sucks. I don't know. I understand why, but I don't know why every single venue. When you go to the venues, you're always like, oh, it's just, this isn't half bad. This is nice. But like whenever you watch like a Sires of Chaos video, it looks exactly the fucking same. Every single goddamn time. There's like 2 or 3 exceptions. Like there was one with like carpet on the floor like a few years ago in like an act or something. And the Mission act, for example, but that never happened. That's never happening again.
I think like,
but it's just, it always looks the fucking same. It's always gray. It's the beeping. It's the beeping shouldn't get to as a fence anymore. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, no.
But like the beeping always it all just kind of piles on you. The energy, the intensity. It's so much. The freaking $7 Gatorades, by the way. I paid $29.
The 10-year-old screaming loud enough to hear from like half a mile away on the
me
other side
screaming.
Of the
I'm the 10-year-old. But
this dude also face plants on the floor when he wins bouts.
Not anymore. Not in a while. But so yeah, it's a really difficult time sometimes. It's a really difficult time to be in the venue for a long time. And I want to stress, I love coaching, so it's not like it's a huge deal for me, but it's a pain. It's a draining experience for everyone involved.
You have to kind of take yourself, like, if you fence an event and then have to coach the same day, you also have to take yourself.
Thank God.
I have. No.
Yeah, you've done it. I haven't.
I do it a lot.
Yeah. I'll do it when I'm like, if I lose early, I'll help other people. But like for me,
but that's different.
Yeah, professionally coaching, no. I fenced the one event. I'm done.
I'll tell you guys from personal experience. If you're coaching the same day that you're fencing, change out of your gear. Like,
oh yeah, you do that all the time.
Like,
bro, that time
take the time to walk away and change out of your whites and just mentally reset yourself.
Dude, when I lose, I remember I lost really early in April Championships like 2 years ago in 2023, and I was watching the whole event. End of the event, I still have my fucking knickers on.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's like, but you have to. You have to change what's going on in your brain.
I just never like a chance to be like, I should just take my pants off and like put new pants on. I should. Yeah. I need to do that.
It's like, let me just go put my jeans back on. Everything will be okay if I am not sweating into the same pair of pants I was just fencing in for the last 90 minutes.
I remember like when you were watching me or coaching me during the event at Duel. Yeah, you were still in your knickers, and I was like sitting around there. Yeah, which is fine. I don't care. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, so it's a whole thing with coaching. Then the food. The city itself. Actually, we'll get to the city first. For better or for worse, we always pick very unassuming cities. But also, for better or for worse, me and Keegan and I.
Whatever. I don't care about the grammar, dude.
We live in New York City, and New York City is fire.
Yeah, like.
It's New York City is one of the best cities in the world.
Unless you're like supremely lazy, you will always find something. And if you didn't find something in your immediate vicinity, then big fucking whoop. Walk 10 blocks away.
Yeah, it's an eventful place to be, and more importantly, it's just like a busy place. There's a lot of energy here. And when you go to a smaller city in America in particular, it just doesn't match.
Yeah.
And like that's not the city's fault. It's not their fault I grew up in New York City. I grew up in New York City. It's boring.
It's other big cities too. Like Boston does not feel the same as here.
I like Boston. You don't. I know.
I'm okay with Boston.
Yeah, okay is a good word. But like you go to Seattle, it's not the same. You go to LA is not a city. LA is a suburb. It's a suburb.
LA is a special place.
Yeah, exactly. LA is not real. But a lot of smaller cities don't really feel like, in comparison, don't have the same energy. But it's just hard being in a location like that for like a week. Well, compared to, no disrespect to anyone who lives there, but it's just hard being there location for a week when like you feel like you don't have much to do.
Something completely.
And you don't really know the area very well. You don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
A lot of people were just like done with it like 2 days in. I was fine, to be honest, because I was so busy the whole time. But you can tell people were just done. People were done with eating the same places. They were done with doing the same things every day. I didn't stick around for the fireworks. I know a lot of people who did. And that probably had a lot of good time with that because this event was on July 4th or July 3rd, but next event was on July 4th. So good fucking job, USFA. They always do that. Whatever.
Yeah,
Summer Nationals, baby.
It's a little weird. I feel like they should do it maybe like a week earlier.
A week later. I don't know, dude. It's so
a week later would be awkward though, because like
it's already awkward.
No, it is. It is, but like you know how we have the season Nationals ends the season obviously.
Yeah.
And then we still have like this month hanging there.
I hate that month, by the way.
It's
like I want to do something with my day and I just can't because there's nowhere to go. Anyway, the point being, it's how do I put this? The point being, it's just tough it's tough. It's the timing's always weird. The cities are never very eventful, which again sucks. But I understand why it's like that. It is what it is.
We also kind of by necessity can't have giant tournaments in super crowded areas of the city.
I will say my favorite part of every Nationals is just seeing everybody, all my fencing friends, like just hanging out with them. But more importantly, just seeing them on the street, be like, "Hey, yo, what's up? I haven't seen you in ages."
That's what I like about I don't go to NACS that often because again they're expensive. But I really enjoy regionals because I pay like $100 something, and then I go see like random people. I know.
Seeing the whole city like that. Like I ran into a bunch of people. I hung out with a lot of people. So after like Div 1A, for example, me, Dylan, and a few other people like who I'm friends with, but I'm not super friends with. Like I saw Jack O'Brien, Drew Miller, like people like that. We all got food together. Ran some other people like, hey, what's up? You know, we saw a bunch of FC kids playing like hooky in the room or whatever it is, like shuffleboard, I think it is. Really fun. It was really cool. It was really cool just like see everyone vibing out, like chilling.
Yeah.
And that's always like a really cool part of the community because we're such a small community that you kind of just know everybody. Yeah. I saw Bryce Lou at the airport. That was pretty cool. Didn't talk to him, but I fucking fumbled that bag. Could have been like, I remember I was thinking to myself like on the airport back, I was like, oh damn, I could have been like, hey, do you keep the miles cut out in there? And that would have been so funny. And I didn't say it because I'm so bad. Anyway, so the event goes. The coaching goes fine. No medals this year, unfortunately. But we had some good hustles. I think we did one of my fences did pretty well in Div 2. But Y12 was particularly disappointing this year, with some exceptions, I will say. Y14 was a little rough. But Y14 is always a complete bloodbath. I mean, it's a mess. Complete mess. It's
too big an intersection.
It's weird because so like for example this year the winner of this year's Y12 for example is Hansen Chen. Hansen Chen is an A. Hansen Chen is very good. Hansen Chen should not be he can win a Div 1A event. He should not be fencing Y12. He cramped up in the middle of it. That's the only reason he didn't walk through literally everybody.
That kid.
He still won the entire event. It's crazy. But it's just so the results weren't there this year, but it was my first time really coaching a national formally. It was a lot of fun. The parents were very supportive. The kids were nice. Like I couldn't complain too much. So one of the days after, I get food with I think one of the parents.
Yeah.
And I run into Jose, and afterwards, and they're getting food or they're getting stuff from like the deli. So I go with them. I find cherry Sprite, which is genuine highlight. Not the cherry lime one I was showing you earlier. Like actual cherry Sprite with a red label and everything was awesome. And then Jose just like in the middle of the Hilton lobby just parks out his whole fucking guitar and just starts playing. And no one has a problem with this.
Yeah.
I kind of expected someone to have a problem with this. Nobody had a problem with it. Crazy. It was awesome. And one of the refs came over, and he was with another ref, and she asked to play the guitar, and she was playing the Beatles on it for a little bit. Oh. It's like a nice hour of my life.
Yeah.
Complete vibe the hell out. It was awesome. So, and then I have 2 parents' dinners 2 days afterwards, which is great. They paid for all my food. I got to eat quite nicely. The Korean barbecue was very good. I haven't had Korean barbecue in a hot minute, and I enjoyed it quite thoroughly. I think it's since we had it in December. That's the last time I had it. They even had it cut.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
I got brown sugar rice cake.
Oh, really?
Too sweet.
Oh, you don't like it?
Too sweet, man. Too much sugar. Maybe that place is different. They had some nice sauces. It was awesome. And we ran into there's a Star fencing coaches there. One of them.
Star.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, no, I know where Star is.
It was the Egyptian one, Tamer.
Okay.
Tahun, I believe his name is.
Mohammed. Oh, yeah.
Not the older one. Very good fencer. Very good coach, and it was cool to see him. Anyway, so the flight back. Fucking Odyssey. So I was being a little opportunist because I knew how bad it was on the way over. So I got asked to take a flight got asked to take a later flight, and I said no, I don't want to. I don't want because there were too many connections, right? So they offered me money to take a flight later in the day. They offered me $700, and then they also offered to fly me over to give me an Uber to Chicago for a free flight, which was cool. Free Uber. I got first class on the flight. Here's the problem. There was a lot of rain on Monday. And all of the New York flights got delayed. All of them. So it was supposed to be a 6 o'clock flight turned into a 9 o'clock flight, and then got canceled. I asked to get relocated. They put me on a different flight. That one did not get canceled, but I thought I was gonna cancel the whole time. So I was waiting in those stupid.
That was the one you were like physically on.
Yeah,
right?
no. I was on it. So before I was on it, I was still considered because I got a hotel voucher from Delta from the other one I got.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, this has always bothered me. Some people rap about like Delta being like a premium air service. It is not. Don't fall for the hype, bro.
They rap about Delta.
Yeah, what is it? Frank Ocean, I rubber band a bunch of $1,000 Delta gift cards, bro. That's not a flex.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Delta gives me. They send me a text of like, here is a hotel ticket, and I was like, oh crap, I'm staying in Chicago tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
And I have the work. I have the work the next day, so it's like, and I have to do some stuff for the work next day before I go to job. So I have to wake up at for example, next day I have to wake up at 10 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Awful. And so I'm thinking with this, I'm just thinking we're not gonna make it. We get onto the flight somehow, and we spend another hour on taxi because they're not getting confirmation they're going. So I was like, oh, we're not going.
This was all, by the way, in response to a weather issue that was
never happened.
Happening in New York.
Because my mom was I was texting my mom about the whole time because she was gonna pick me up, and she's like, "It's not raining here. It's like
nothing. Literally nothing was happening.
The skies were completely clear.
There were no clouds. There was no wind. There was no nothing.
Thanks. Really need to know that.
So him and our other friend, hi Dorian, they were both.
Oh yeah, she got stuck.
She got stuck. Yeah, she got stuck in what? Yeah, that was
she stayed
Toronto.
The night over. Yeah. She stayed the night over. I almost did. I just decided not. I could have. I had the hotel voucher. I could have walked out that moment and be like, fuck this. I'm going to Chicago. I'm
staying here. Yeah.
I'm staying the night in Chicago. Should I have? I don't know. I just didn't feel like it at that point.
Yeah.
I really considered it for like a hot minute, and I was like, I just want to go home, dude. I'm done. I was more worried about my bag getting lost.
That's true.
That
would have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'm flying over. I get back to my house. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I make myself some food and I go to sleep. But I wake up at like 8 o'clock and I'm back on it again. Over. Like I'm at work. I have to do X. I forgot what I was doing Tuesday after work, but I think I had something to do at night. But I slept between like at any moment I could. I was so tired. It was a really fun time. If you have not been to Summer Nationals, by the way, I would recommend going once. I know I've just spent 20 minutes talking about how the ups and downs of it, but it is definitely an experience you should try at least once in the fencing career. I'd say it's something to do.
Yeah.
Qualifying at least for Div 2 is not super difficult, I'd say. And it's legitimately an enjoyable time.
And if you guys, just as a side note, if you guys live in New York like we do, and there's a knack less than 4 states away from you, just sign up for it.
Yeah.
Because
that's the one thing as well. You know what surprised me? There were so many people. Oh my goodness. Div 2 had 260 entrants.
Yeah, I know.
The cutoff was 220.
Everything was scraping like 300. Almost.
So every event cut off. Every event's 80% cut off was 220.
Yeah.
So we were entering incomplete 256s all the time, which is crazy for a div. I mean, that's,
no. Okay, logistically,
that felt crazy.
Yeah, no. That's amazing. I don't personally like when they cut. I don't like when they run half rounds at events.
Thank God they didn't.
It's so weird.
They didn't do the half pool thing. Thank God. They never did that. They just pools were done. You fenced incomplete 256. So that was fine. But some people got by. Sometimes nobody got by except for 4 people.
Oh my God.
Sometimes 3 people had to fence to get into the 120 or 256.
Yeah.
It was.
That.
Yeah. So it was a lot of people. It was very eventful. There's always something going on. Always fencing happening, more importantly, I'd say, for any weapon. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Coaching was a lot of fun, but as usual with these kind of high maintenance events, it's always ups and downs, I'd say. And a lot of the ups were it's a nice event. I love watching fencing. I love being around fencing. The downs were I have to be around fencing. I have to keep myself, kind of pace myself, and concrete floors. I'd like to stress again,
Oh
fuck
my
concrete
God.
floors.
Concrete fucking floors,
Yeah,
dude.
so those are always eventful. But yeah, my question now is, all right, now that that's done, we're kind of getting to the end of this. What's up next for next few months? I mean, we're running camps, right?
So running camp for the next couple of months. I am setting up the rest of our tournament schedule. Right now this whole summer is scheduled already.
And we have a league now, right? There's supposed to be like a
Yeah.
circuit. That's what the USFA is putting in right now.
That is what Ask Fred put in.
Yes. Okay.
And that's what I'm running because I thought it'd be funny to have a point system.
Like UFC points.
UFC, yeah, bro. No. The format, I picked the format that I like too because they have a couple of options for how you can award points. So you can award points just by like bout wins or something.
Yeah.
But they also have a system where you award points via how high the rating is of the person you just beat.
Yo, my
So that's
fencing
what I'm
tracker
using.
score is about to go crazy.
Yo, your fencing tracker, your points.
Dude, I knew like this generation's so cooked when it comes to like newer fencers because they're
my
like
God.
they be caring about their fencing tracking score.
Dude, no,
Bro.
they're like league players now. It's horrible. Everybody fucking Googles each other. Stop doing that.
Dog, I fenced someone once and I beat them and then like I think it was at practice and you know about this. It was at one of those events. And he looked at my fencing tracker. It was so funny. Like bro, it's okay. Sometimes you lose to people. Like I mean, like I would just look up their Instagram or something. But like fencing tracker is crazy, bro. I guess it's so cool we have it though. Shout out to whoever. I don't know who made fencing tracker, but it's super cool. But yeah, so that's coming up for you, right? That's your next few weeks. You know, it's oh my god, sorry. It's camp season. It's you know we all get to step away from fencing for a little bit. A lot of us are probably a little burnt out, which I completely understandable. A lot of us train really hard for nationals, and it shows because you know everyone works hard for this event, and people always see in the event. But then we go to you know we get a some places run clubs, some camps, some clubs still open. Really depends on the location, and then we do it again. Yeah. And that's kind of the fun of it. Yeah. The next big event, and I'll probably talk about this next episode too, more, but World Championships coming up in a month. I don't know why they space it out like this. It's so strange. Because there's just going to be like nothing for like another 4 months.
Yeah, I feel like it should have. Like, I feel like it should be now.
Yeah.
That's weird to say because like the last qualifying event was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but it
should be now.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the rest of the season they have Grand Prix like every 2 seconds.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and it happens all of the time. We're
like if you follow anybody, if you follow like Lee Kiefer and Garrick Meinhardt or something, you will literally see they are on a plane to a tournament.
It's always they're either just chilling, practicing their ass off, or they're like running the fade like every single week for like months. So it's difficult to. It's weird that all this. I like that we get the kind of the break to some extent, but it's also from like a viewer perspective, it's weird. From like a personal perspective, it's kind of weird, and
from like a see
from
the
an
thing is
perspective.
from like an athletic perspective, I can see how that would benefit to take that rest, but also you have a month to get cold.
Yeah, which is
so you have a month to train, but you also have a month to get cold.
Yeah. So the events the most recent events, of course, as mentioned, were the Asian Championships, Pan Ams, and European and African Championships. Those two. Shout out to and nothing crazy happened. The Pan Ams were basically as expected. USA dominated men's foil, women's foil, with Canada doing pretty well in women's foil. Eleanor Harvey did get second. Lee Kiefer got first, of course.
Yeah.
I want to say Alex won. Alex Pratt won Pan Ams. Bryce Louis or Nick or Alex won, one of the two.
Yeah.
Bryce Louis got top 8. I think he ran into someone else outside of the bracket. But importantly for a lot of fencers, that is your team for Worlds. Those are the 4 fencers going for Worlds. For example, interesting on the Asian aspect, Shikine Takahiro did not make teams this year.
That's right.
So it's Imura, Nagano, Matsuyama, and one more. I forget his name. Oh my goodness, I'm blanking on it. But those are the Shikine was. Shikine. He did not make teams this year. He did not make Worlds. Yeah, I know. So
he didn't qualify at all, or he just didn't qualify.
I don't know. He's just not. He's not going. He wasn't there. He wasn't there at Asians.
That's the first time in a while.
Yeah.
That's been like, I think he's been at Worlds basically every year since we were in high school.
Yeah, since at least 2016.
Yeah.
So that's so like little things like that. Asian championships pretty much went. Actually, no, the Asian championships didn't go as expected at all. What am I talking about? The winner was Chun Choi and Ryan, who beat, I believe, Mosey Wei in the finals. Mosey Wei, of course, beat Chung Kalong in an interesting last call, let's call it like that.
Oh, my God.
In, I believe, the 32s. I think he made top 4. Yeah. Thank you, Rigel. He mirrored the motion in the background. And team event was a little more predictable. Kind of. Taiwan beating South Korea was pretty cool. I always feel like Taiwan is kind of on the verge of being a fantastic team because the individually parts, there are fencers there who make World Cups, who make 64s.
Yeah, they
do well.
They always have like one or two amazing.
The two Chens in particular, Antonio, I think Yitung, are very good. They're very good fencers. They always make at least like the 128s at World Cups or Grand Prix.
Yeah,
they've never really broken out. But they've always been very impressive. And this is not the first time they've randomly beaten a higher level team. They beat China famously a few years ago in the 8s or something.
Yeah.
This year, of course, Japan took care of business. Japan's still the best team in the world, ranking wise, but more importantly in Asia. Olympic champions, world champions, and once again, Asian champions. They beat, I believe, Hong Kong or China in the finals, one of the two. It was Hong Kong the 4s. Imura was down. It was Imura versus Chung. Chung actually blew a lead and he lost 45-43.
Mixed his shit up.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
Imura's like that. So
yeah.
In the European section, the winner was for foil. Again, we're mostly foil here. There were some interesting stuff in saber, but I don't know off the top of my head. I'll have it better for next time, I promise. In foil, it was a Bianchi win. Bianchi did win the event. He fenced, Anas, a French fencer who really shocked, really impressed. He made the world team this year. In the finals, Marini and I want to say Marini and Lavador were the other two. Lavador I thought got kind of screwed on his 14-14 call. I don't know if you've seen that call. I thought it was pretty bad. Lavador has always been a consistent European performer. His first big result was at a European Championships, but he's always gotten bronze, and this year is unfortunately for him no different. But there was a bit of a controversy because it looked like Marini had grabbed his cord and actually caused an off target. I'm of the opinion that it was malicious intent. Marini has apologized for it on Instagram. I think if it happens again, we need to start talking. But that was. You shouldn't be touching your cord. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You get carded for that.
No. On one hand, you shouldn't be touching your cord. On the other hand, if you watch the recording, he got dinged here on the shoulder.
No, he got dinged. You're lying.
No.
Bro, he pocket. It looks like he really looks like he's pocketing his alligator.
Yeah, I know. He was like.
Yeah, it's a little much. I will say.
Shoop. Yeah.
Highlight of my week of the Europeans for me was the Dutch getting silver. Unfortunately, I think Rafael Tulin, one of the fencers, really got messed up in semis.
Oh, really?
But they made it to finals, and Tristan Tulin, who was the ace, he tried his best against a French team that was just a completely outclassed them.
The French.
Yeah.
The French are the French.
Yeah, exactly. But the Dutch team got second, which is really cool.
Yeah.
What else? The teams for Europe was a mess this year. For a few reasons. First off, they've allowed Russians to compete in teams again.
Yeah.
And besides the politics of it, and besides the fact that we're the only Olympic fencing sport that allows Russians to compete at all,
Yeah. So fencing is very, very infamous among the other Olympic sports for just. We've never sanctioned Russia in any meaningful way.
We banned them. We banned them for a year, and then we.
It was 2 seasons. We had them out for 2 seasons.
2 wonderful seasons.
By the middle of the second season, if I remember correctly, they were already back.
They're allowed to compete as unaffiliated, independent nation.
Yeah,
but if you have military ties, you got kicked out. Now they've cut the military.
Cut the military.
Yes. So now, there are open fencers who are just there are fencers going to World Championships here who are known military people.
Yeah.
Which. Okay, that's the line. That's the line for me.
So there's 2 sides to it, and we could talk about this another time.
Yeah.
But the upshot, basically, to summarize it, Russian athletes are always militarily backed.
To some extent, yeah.
For the most part, and they have been.
Shout out to that Olga Karlat situation a few years ago.
Yeah,
that shit was so fucking
God.
funny. We'll go another time. It's so fucking
funny. We could get into the Russia.
Yeah.
Into
the major problem is that we're doing it against the wishes of our Olympic Committee, which just feels so stupid.
And the last sport where the main international body like spat in the face of the IOC like this was boxing, and there is still Olympic boxing.
I think it's still in Mario versus Sonic at the Olympic Games, but I think it's only Dream Boxing.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
so as far as I know, boxing is still in the Olympics, but it's no longer operated by.
I couldn't tell you.
By the actual international.
I should be able to tell you.
Governing body. Oh yeah. Well, which of us is watching boxing?
No. Well, apparently we're watching fencing instead. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Anyway, so at this event, the Russian team A is unseeded, right? They're lowest seeded. It happened at juniors too.
Yeah.
So high-level teams are running into them early. In this particular event, that was Italy. They ran to Italy in, I think, the fours, and Italy mixed.
It was like Italy and Hungary or something.
No, it was Italy.
The swap, right? We're talking about the swap.
I don't know. Okay. But Italy. It was Italy versus Russia in the semifinals.
Yeah.
And Italy took care of business, I think, about 45-35. Russia was leading for quite some time, and then I think Marini kind of closed it out. Bianchi did a really good job of fencing. And on the other side was interesting. It was France, which, okay, sure, and then Belgium. And then, so what you need to understand about Belgium is that they have 3 or 4 pretty good fencers. Stef de Graaf, Van Kampenhout, and Nice. And IJS. Nice, yeah. Whatever. The problem is they've never been able to come as a team together for whatever reason. De Graaf almost went to the Olympics. He got second at the qualifier.
Okay.
They always do good at World Cups. They always do good at Grand Prix. But they never had like a good team event. This is their first chance. They were holding their own against France, then got blown out.
Yeah, but it's France.
Yeah, it's not that it's like unexpected. It's just like, oh, they had a chance for a sec. And if I'm gonna pull up the event.
In order for you to have a confident chance of beating the French foil team, you have to not be from Europe, basically.
That's a very funny joke, but that does seem to be the case.
It's not a joke.
Yeah,
it's an observation.
Yeah. So we get to the finals. The first of the semis is the Russian team versus the Belgian team, and God bless the Belgians. They could not fucking do it. They just could not beat the Russians.
Yeah.
For all this shit you want to give Russia, and we will continue to give Russia for their inclusion, the 4 fencers they put on trip are incredible. The Brodachev brothers are fantastic fencers.
I mean, that's nice considering they basically weren't allowed to train.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but they've been like a team forever. So like they were. That was a 21 Olympic team essentially. So.
Yeah,
but the Brodachev know the cup.
The fact that that's intact is nice.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Yeah.
Considering how long they've had to not compete internationally.
Yeah. So for better or for worse, the Russian team has cracked as shit as always. Nothing's really changed there.
Yeah.
So God bless the Belgians. They did their best, but it wasn't close. In particular, one of the fencers by about the 5th round, like the Belgians were just not scoring. And it got to the point where the Russians just kind of ran away with it. 3rd place goes to Russia. Cool. Russia has now officially medaled. I'm really glad they haven't won. They haven't won a single thing yet. A Russian fencer has not won an event yet. I think any event level except for juniors. They almost won Junior Worlds. There were 3 Russians and Biko Tolba in Junior Worlds and foil, and Biko beat all of them. Yeah, that was really good. Very well earned world championship.
Shout out to Tolba, bro. Yeah. He's from Jersey.
Yeah. Oh yes, he's from Mass.
Really?
Yes. He goes
a star.
Yes.
Okay, my bad.
So anyway, Italy versus France. Italy's running away with it. They have like a 10-point lead going into the final. And then Maxime Pouty decides to go Super Saiyan and ties it at 44-44. And then I think it's a one-line counterattack for Italy. And then the win. So Italy is your double gold. They won gold in the individual. They won gold in the teams. The more things change, the more things stay the same. Our final 3 are Italy, France, Russia.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like they founded the sport or something.
Yeah. As usual, I mean, the European Championships can be a little predictable, but the level of fencing in particular compared to other, the parity is. The Asian Championships have gotten a lot better about this last like 5 years or so. But the level of parity you see in Europe compared to other weapons is just absurd. So those events always end up being very eventful.
Yeah.
Those events always end up being very competitive. Anyone who medals at European Championships has a good chance of winning Worlds. Just kind of how it works out because Europe is cracked to shit. And yeah, so it's also why Europe is the most competitive. Like, if you want to qualify for the Olympics, don't be in Europe.
Unfortunately,
it's kind of tough.
Unfortunately, we can't say that about Africa or Pan Ams, really.
I have not spoke about African Championships. I forgot to do that. Thank you for reminding me. In foil, Biko Tobal got first. Mohammed Hassan Hamza got second, and I don't know who got. And Egypt won, I believe, teams by a ridiculous margin. Egypt is, lo and behold, by far the best team in Africa. It's not even close. God bless everyone else in Africa. I love that we have this event. I love the Egyptian team members.
Because I feel like we interact socially with a lot of them.
Oh yeah, a lot of
they are all
Americans
for the most part. Americans and B Americans from the Northeast.
Except for Hamza. Hamza's actually from Texas, which is crazy.
Really?
Yeah, Space City.
But he's here all the time.
No, you're thinking of Hassan.
Oh, okay. Wait, no.
yes, you are. And he was in Princeton. He went to Princeton too.
Oh, no, so that's why. Mohammed Hamza's been like wandering around up here for like 2 or 3 years. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, he has.
Anyway, Biko's reffing a bunch of ROCs all the time.
No, I riffed ISFL champs with him.
Yeah.
With him and his dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's like you see Biko Tobal
shout out to Doc for the joke about not calling him Abdel to not confuse him with the other ref.
Anyway,
thank you, Doc.
So the point being, it is a very African championship, a little less, understandably a little less, considering the sport, a little less
cool.
competitive. But it's really cool that the Asians were this competitive this year. Canada put up a good fight against USA because that's usually the USA show.
The uptick in the skill level of the Canadians in the last like 5 to 10 years is kind of insane.
And I'm pretty sure it's all Dynamo. That's the craziest part. Like, for the most part, it's Dynamo. But yeah, so we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, I think it's pretty good. That's like a decent recap of what's happened the last like 3 weeks. I'm pretty good to go. You?
Me too.
Okay.
So we're gonna post this in a few places. If you feel like there's something that we touched on that you want us to go back to, definitely go ahead and comment or something. We'll probably be recording again in about a week.
And remember to subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Remember to thank you if you've waited all the way here. I'm really sorry to hear that. Hope you have a better day than this.
I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I hope you're doing better tomorrow. Again, thank you for watching the QSC podcast. QSC, of course, stands for Queens Fencing Club. Thank you. I'm Willem.
And I'm Keegan.
We'll probably be back sometime soon. We'll see you next time.